Next is public safety. Crime is down. Homicides declined by 37% last year. Shootings are down 36%. That's something to be proud of. Are continuing. Homicides are down 14.6% through the first 5 months of this year. We are making progress, Philadelphia.
Killed and 9 others were Three people were killed and 9 others were hurt in a mass shooting in the Grays Ferry section of Philadelphia. This shooting, just one incident over a very violent weekend in the city.
Now, Sarah, that video is incredibly difficult to watch and just hard to fathom that something like that could happen. Meanwhile, many of the victims of that shooting were brought here to Penn Presbyterian Hospital, where they are still being treated.
Ring camera footage is now part of a police investigation into a gunfight early this morning in Grays Ferry. Hazardous waste crews scrub blood from the sidewalk just hours after that mass shooting. There is a lot of video circulating online. It's pretty much a horrific scene. Police say a gunfight erupted just before 1 o'clock.
Everybody got guns on that porch. Look.
Morning on the 1500
motherfuckers on the ground squirming around like worms and shit. Everybody on the porch got a gun. He's shooting reckless with his shit.
After making several arrests.
Ring camera footage is now part of a police investigation into a gunfight early this morning in Grays Ferry. Hazardous waste crews scrub blood from the sidewalk just hours after that mass shooting.
There is a lot of video circulating online. It's pretty much a horrific scene.
Police say a gunfight erupted just before 1 o'clock this morning on the 1500 block of South Edding Street in Grays Ferry. After making several arrests over the weekend, police were monitoring reports of large gatherings and loud music. They were in the process of responding to a nearby call when they heard the gunfire. When they arrived on scene, they found a dozen shooting victims ranging in age from 15 to 24.
Almost 140 pieces of ballistic evidence has been recovered. We definitely believe, based on our observation, a gun with a switch was involved.
There was so much evidence at the scene. In addition to yellow markers, police wrote numbers by hand.
It's past frustrating.
Tyree Glasgow is executive director of the Young Chances Foundation, a youth center in Grays Ferry working to end violence and provide opportunities for young men. He knows many of the victims in this morning's shooting.
So that means y'all know the shooters too. If y'all know the victims, y'all know the shooters.
So to have their lives stopped,
right,
for gun violence is something that is frustrating and painful.
Glasgow, who grew up in South Philly, says residents are left to clean up the blood and remnants of this morning's shooting as city workers remain on strike.
To come together and clean it up, like the blood, the trash, even the food, the activities that we're supposed to have today for our summer camp, we had to put on pause today.
Police say they transported 8 of the 12 victims to the hospital. 2 of the victims were juveniles. They are expected to be okay.
Too many people out there.
And police are still working to determine what was behind this shooting here at Presby. They said that many people showed up after that shooting, including those police officers, to make sure that things stayed calm. We're live at Penn Presbyterian Hospital. Jessica Cartalia, Channel 6.
Grays Ferry neighborhood that left 3 dead and 9 others injured. We are hearing now from the father of one of the victims. Tragically, This was not his son's first encounter with gun violence in the city. Action News reporter Brianna Smith joins us live from police headquarters with more from this heartbroken father, Brianna, and the latest on this investigation.
Yeah, Gray, we had the chance to speak with the father of Azir Harris, who was shot and paralyzed back in 2018. His father says despite his disabilities, he never gave up and had big dreams. And after years of hard work and healing, it was all taken away from him in the matter of seconds.
I'm broken. That wasn't just my son, it was my friend.
Troy Harris describes his youngest son, 24-year-old Azir Harris, as the bright light of their household, even during the darkest of times.
I see him bounce back off his injury when he was 17 years old. He was trying to, he had a lot of life in him.
Troy says in 2018, Azir was walking with his friends to buy dinner in South Philadelphia when he was shot and left paralyzed in a wheelchair.
He had a big heart to be his age, and he thought outside the box so much. He wanted more than just a wheelchair. He wanted more. He wanted more life.
On Monday morning, Troy received another devastating call. He learned Azir is among the 3 victims killed in the mass shooting in Gray's Ferry.
And it was just a flashback of what happened before. But this time, my boy ain't come home. They took a piece of me that it's gonna be hard to fill that space.
This ring video is part of the police investigation, which shows the intense exchange of gunfire on the 1500 block of South Edding Street just before 1 a.m. In all, police say 3 were killed, 9 others injured, ranging in age from 15 to 24. One of them is the mother of Azir's 1-year-old son.
It's pretty much a horrific scene. We do know, based on what we're seeing so far, almost 140 pieces of ballistic evidence has been recovered.
Commissioner Kevin Bethel says as detectives investigate, youth programs are in place to help reduce violence.
I just pray for change. That's all. Pray for change, that we can all come together and help these youth. There's too much out in this world to have. To go into the morgue in your early 20s is too much more to do with your life.
And Commissioner Kevin Bethel says the month of July is known to have a higher rate of violent crime, and they're working to address it through strategic planning. As for this latest investigation, they expect to have significant leads based on their evidence.
Hard pill to swallow, huh? The fact that if you would have just voted for Kamala, that those kids more than likely still be alive. It's a hard pill to swallow, huh?
What?
The fact that if you would have just voted for Kamala, that those kids in Texas and all those families in the RVs would more than likely still be alive. But instead you just made fun of her laugh. While people were screaming at you that if he was voted in, people were gonna die. And look where we are. A bunch of parents who can't protect their own kids.
Bitch, please. Listen, I told y'all, 8 o'clock in the morning, we got all these people putting trash anywhere. Rats, roaches, raccoons, all this shit. These are the people that help y'all, man. These are the people they have, man. Get them their fucking money, man. Give them their damn money, man. All these people, man. Give them their fucking money. That's all they want. They want to live. They want to live right. They want to eat right. They do all this for us, yo. The city of Philadelphia, Cheryl, Rail, get this shit right. Fix this shit right now. Let's go. Yeah.